Hello, welcome back to my YouTube channel, and thank you for clicking in. So today I'm bringing you math, and we want to solve for a. Given that 256 to the power of a plus 256 to the power of a plus 16 to the power of a is equals to 1. I want us to solve for the value of a, and you can see here our a, it's our powers. We have a, and a. So I'll begin by writing this 256 because it's a multiple of 16. We can write it as 16 squared, all this to the power of a, plus 16 squared, all this to the power of a, plus 16 to the power of a is equals to 1, right? I'm going to use this rule. This is an exponential rule where we have a to the power of n. All this to the power of m is the same as a to the power of m. All this to the power of n. So this is a rule of interchange. We are interchanging the powers. We are exchanging the powers, and we are going to do the same, or we are going to apply this rule over here, and it will be 16a to the power of 2 plus 16, all this to the power of a squared, plus 16a is equals to 1, right? So we have exchanged our powers. We have switched our powers. Our next step, you can see here now we have a 16 raised a, or 16 to the power of a, it's common. So 16 to the power of a, let it be y. We are going to replace y, or to substitute y in this equation here. Therefore, y squared plus y squared plus y, I'm bringing this one on this side, minus 1 is equals to 0. Okay, we have formed something like a quadratic equation. So y squared plus y squared, this will be 2y squared plus y minus 1 is equals to 0, right? So this is a quadratic equation. We have formed a quadratic equation. And I want us to solve it using factorization method, where we have the sum and our product. Our sum is always the middle term here, which is 1, and our product, we will take the coefficient of y squared, which is 2, and multiply it by -1. This will be -2. So we will look for two numbers. When we multiply them, we are getting -2. When we add the two numbers, we are getting 1. So these two numbers are 2 and -1. So if you take 2 plus -1, you are getting 1. 2 times -1, you are getting -2. So we will substitute these two numbers here in our quadratic equation, and this will be 2y squared plus 2y minus 1y minus this 1y here is equals to 0. So I have substituted these numbers here. You can see, group them into 2. I am grouping them into 2 terms, and for this term I will take my common factor, the one that is common, and our common factor here is 2y plus 2y into y plus 1. And on this side, my common factor here is -1. So y plus 1 is equals to 0. Y plus 1, it's common here and here. So we'll pick only 1. So y plus 1 is equals to 0. Pick the one not is equals to 0, sorry. So pick the ones that are outside, that are remaining outside. 2y minus 1 is equals to 0, right? So our next step, we want to equate these two terms here with the 0. So y plus 1 is equals to 0. So y is equals to -1, right? I am remaining with this side. 2y minus 1 is equals to 0. So y is equals to 1, 2y is equals to 1, divide by 2, divide by 2. So y is equals to a half. Y is equals to a half. So I want us now to solve for the value of a. Remember, we had said 16 to the power of a is equals to y, and we have solved the value of y. We have y is equals to -1. So 16 to the power of a is equals to -1. We cannot take this because it's not true, so we will reject it because it's a negative. We are going to reject this, the value of y here, and remain with y is equals to a half. So that one we have rejected it. So 16 to the power of a is equals to y. 16 to the power of a here is equals to our a half. Is equals to our a half. So the next step that I'm going to do, I'm going to write it as to the bases of 2, making my base to be the same. 16 we can write it as 2 to the power of 4. All this to the power of a is equals to, and for these 2 here, we can write it as 2 to the power of -1. 2 whole number to the power of -1. We have made its power to be negative. Our bases are now the same. I can equate my powers. 4a is equals to -1. 4a is equals to -1. And I'm looking for the value of a. I'll divide here by 4 and also divide here by 4. So this and this will cancel, and a is equals to -1/4. And this is our final answer. A is equals to -1/4. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment down below. Bye bye.